someone who said like 10 years time you'll be a cyclist and you'll have ridden the length of the country, I wouldn't have believed them. I wouldn't have believed that 12 months ago either. I
made it my mission that I had to get on this ride. I wasn't giving up. I wanted to be part of it.
I didn't even have a bike, so never owned a road bike of any type. So I just replied and said, "Yeah, why not?"
And it's my very great privilege to welcome you to the Deloitte Ride Across Britain 2016.
I don't even know where I saw it, if it was an advert in a magazine, if it came up on a website, can't remember where I saw it, looked into it, and probably within a day I'd signed up. I just needed a challenge to keep me going.
I had heard nothing about Ride Across Britain before I joined the company.
Next you know, he sent me an email saying you're in. So I was over the moon then. I was jumping about the house with joy.
I bought a bike that summer, had sort of ridden it but not really enjoyed it.
And one of the reasons was, well, I thought I could do it for charity as well, so I'd done it for the hospice where my mum was in her last week.
I was probably in quite an angry place just because my sister had just died and I was sort of 250 miles away from my family.
My first thought was, can I do this? But then I hit yes. What did I have to lose?
I think it became quite apparent that it was quite a challenge. Even when I started it, I'm thinking, what have I bitten off here? You know.
And I'm going to start you off with a little bit of T.S. Eliot. If you are not in over your head, you'll never know how tall you are.
I was quite surprised it was a mixture of all age groups. It wasn't, young, fit 24-year-olds, which I was thinking it was going to be on this RAB. I thought I'm going to get there, it's going to be full of ultra fit marathon runners.
Signed up thinking it's going to be like quite a good laugh, and obviously everyone's doing the same thing, so generally in life if people are doing the same thing you get along.
I'd never have done Land's End to John O'Groats without an event like RAB. I just would never have thought that it was possible. I would never have thought to myself to organise it solo.
Pit stop 1, day 1, another 40 miles till the next food station. I don't work in full distances. That's too much for my brain to handle. But it's great. The weather's perfect, the roads are great. Mary's now bandaged up, so we're ready to go again.
This next 35 is going to be a killer, I think. It's going to be very hilly.
It was right up to lunchtime, but after lunch it was a killer. The hills were just and trained for them kind of hills.
You do a 12-hour shift, site managing on site, go and have a shower and then do another 4 hours on his bike.
Obviously the training helped, but I don't think anything could prepare me for Devon and Cornwall. Because they were tough.
It was a whole lifestyle change, wasn't it? So I was really proud that he was doing that as well.
100 miles today, and after a good night's sleep in a bed, I'm feeling much more positive and looking forward to today.
I love sport, but I do enjoy sort of physical endurance challenges. But it did become, once I got more involved with Paralympics and realising how much those guys need the cash, it did become more of a charity thing as well.
Mike, from cycling 1 hour a week, was now cycling 9 hours a week. And so, he used to cycle with me and we used to do 5 to 10 miles. Now he was cycling 50 miles. And not only did he change in fitness, he's also changed his eating habits. You know, from eating the donuts at dinner time to having a jacket potato, you know, it completely changed him.
While yes, it hurts and it's still not the worst pain I've ever been through, and that's always going to be a thing. Losing someone is the worst pain you're ever going to go through. And anything, you know, beyond that is achievable to get through.
Mum, she died in September last year. I'd literally just started cycling with an old bike a few months before. Bought a bike off eBay.
And I think it was only when Tracy was terminal and had to deal with the palliative care side of things that I decided to instead raise for Macmillan and St Catherine's.
I mean, obviously I heard some stories on the trip and things that are quite emotional and things, and that keeps you going as well and makes you want to ride, hearing other people's stories, why they're doing it as well.
I kind of went into my training thinking yes, I can train and that's my personal reason for doing it because I feel better for exercising and I have something to focus on, but if my doing that encourages other people and makes them feel better, then it's doing what she would have done.
Day 5, we're going to be over halfway. Going to go up Shapfell. It's meant to be a beautiful day's weather, but it was meant to be that yesterday, so I'm still taking my waterproof. It all got a bit much. And everything's hurting, as is the way, however many miles in we are.
Coming into Leyland, marrying one of the girls like, oh, I'll take the front from you for a bit. I was like, no, this is my hometown, I am leaving you in here. This is happening. So I took the front going into there, and I didn't know that my friends had booked time off work to come and cheer me on. So it's quite emotional kind of coming around the corner and seeing that group of people.
Well, considering we were camping in fields, all of it was made so easy. We took it for granted.
And I think that's definitely the crew that do that, welcoming every single person that comes through. I don't know how they remember so many people's names.
You can see so many nice people all in one area and all helping out each other.
You'd heard rumours of this RAB bubble that you go live in.
You don't want for anything in the way of support, food. The medics are fantastic on hand. The masseuses, that RAB bubble that everyone talks about, it's down to the kind of threshold in the crew, I think, yeah.
I think people just made so many friends from it because we're all doing the same thing and everyone was there to help each other as well.
I mean, we were doing the train and passing over each other, and to me that is team building in itself. That was the strongest team building you can do to help someone behind you cycle 100 miles.
Within the corporate world, there's often quite a big line drawn, you know, this is us, this is the client, and it just didn't feel like that at all.
There is an overall feeling of a team just doing RAB anyway, but then to be within the sort of smaller Deloitte specific team, and within that as well there was clients of Deloitte, and they were classed as Deloitte. So as I was riding along, you sort of meet people and you see them in the Deloitte jersey, like, oh, whereabouts, which office do you work in? It's like, oh no, I don't, I'm a client of so and so from this office. And
there's a lot of senior people there on the ride from Basel BE, but there was no director status, worker status. It was, everyone was at a level playing field.
Goodness, we absolutely flew in that last section. That feels amazing. Oh, that is the furthest I've ever cycled, and I'm alive. I feel good. I'm smiling.
See the road, you could just hear the waterfalls in the background, but then it kind of opened up across this field and you just saw the most stunning sunrise ever. And it was still a little bit misty, and although yes it was freezing, it was incredibly beautiful.
God, I felt like I had wings. I did not feel like I had cycled 8 days. Physically, sure, my body was tired, but mentally I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do this.
You're kind of thinking about it, what you're going to be like when you cross the line, but yeah, I didn't realise what I was going to be like. It was a bit of an emotional mess, really.
I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, so I did both. ridden the length of the country.
I think it's just one of those things that if you do push yourself, you do try, anyone can do it.
It doesn't matter the scale of the challenge. I'm fortunate that I'm young and I'm fit and I'm active, so I can ride my bike the length of the country. But you know, a huge challenge for someone might be running their first 5k without stopping running, and that's huge. If you achieve that, great. And then keep thinking what's next and keep pushing and keep going, because it doesn't matter the scale of the challenge, it matters that it's a challenge for you.
You know, other things will happen in my life, but that will always be one of the best things. One of the best things I've ever done.